So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is CGA, aka the Gaming Addict, and welcome to, I guess this would be the Untitled Gaming News. Untitled Gaming News. Today we're gonna cover a few different articles that I got for y'all. We gonna start off. Well, we're just gonna go down the list. Let's just start off. Go down the list. So, Palworld. Actually, this is supposed to be off the list. This is supposed to be off the list. Refresh it. There we go. All right. So, we're gonna start with a simple one. Why Marvel Rival fans keep arguing about a role queue? I will tell you exactly why we keep arguing about a role queue. We need a role queue in Marvel Rivals because teams are unbalanced. Sure, you could have them be unbalanced for casual. That's perfectly fine. Having it unbalanced for casual, perfectly fine. We don't care. But if you're playing ranked, I feel like there has to be a role queue. And even then, if you want to play casual and you want the role queue on, I feel like that should be an option. Overwatch has it. A lot of other games like this have it. The problem is that the teams are incredibly unbalanced. You'll have 4 out of 6 of your teammates picking brawlers. You got a Spider-Man. You got a fucking Wanda. You got a Iron Fist. You got a Star-Lord. And you got one healer. It's unbalanced and it makes it so annoying to play. So I already know what this is going to get into. It's impossible to talk about Marvel Rivals without talking about Overwatch. The two hero shooters share a lot of the same DNA, and the team at NetEase clearly looked at the wildly popular FPS and cribbed a few notes. Now that Marvel Rivals is a successful game in its own right, attracting its own fan base, some of the old arguments that plagued Overwatch are now recurring. Many players are hoping this time it will turn out differently. Take for instance the game's 3 roles: high damage duelists, team defending vanguards, and supportive strategists. Blah blah blah. A common and admittedly aggravating issue is to load into a game and only to have everyone immediately lock in duelists. Vanguards and strategists simply aren't as popular, maybe because it's harder to get a cool quadra kill with their abilities. Niggas are trying way too hard to get kills like this is goddamn Call of Duty. It's not Call of Duty. It's a team-based game. You can go to Call of Duty, play free for all. You want to play Black Ops 6, go play free for all and get all the kills that you want, get that quad feed, get all that. You know what I'm saying? Go over there. Rivals is supposed to be a team-based game. You are taking on team objectives. You need to pick characters for the team. I feel like, and this is just me, I feel like most people, I feel like if you're playing Marvel Rivals, you should have at least one character that you know you can play from every class, from every role. You can have one duelist that you main, or you can have multiple. Who cares? But I feel like you should have at least one duelist, one vanguard, and one strategist that you know how to play. That way, when it comes to picking who you want to pick, you can pick based on what the team is picking, but you're also playing someone that you know how to play. I've seen one too many people pick Cloak and Dagger just to stay on Cloak the entire time and not heal anybody. Like, come on, bro. You're supposed to be a healer. Jesus Christ. Anyways, if you played Overwatch in 2016, this probably sounds familiar. Players from that era remember watching their teammates locking as Hanzo and Widowmaker, leaving them to reluctantly play as a tank or a healer. I remember playing Mercy for a few games in a row, hoping the next game my teammates would recognize them in despair and finally let them play Pharah. They never did because random gamers online are rarely known for their charity. On God. Overwatch solved this problem in 2019 where World Queue players would go into a game knowing each team will have a certain lineup of tanks, healers, or damage characters. If you play less popular roles, you even get extra rewards. I think that would be a great incentive to add into this if they put World Queue in. Have it to where, okay, you play strategist, you get like 10 extra or 100 extra bonus battle pass points. Get out. Anyway, you get 100 extra battle pass points or whatever. Some kind of incentive. But I feel like healers in this game are proportionally better than healers in Overwatch. But that's just my take. Anyway. Fuck the rest of this article. The main point is Marvel Rivals needs World Queue. It's not gonna kill the game if it doesn't get it, but it kind of needs it. Up next, we got any Fatal Fury fans. I'm not a Fatal Fury fan. I never played Fatal Fury. I'm not an old head like that for real. Get that out of here. So I never played Fatal Fury. The Fatal Fury series is returning with its first new entry in 26 years. This is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. 26 years with no new game is a crazy drought. Absolutely insane. Fatal Fury series from SNK began back in 1991, blah, blah, blah. There hasn't been a new entry in the series since 1999, bro. Holy shit. Hey, bro, if you're a Fatal Fury fan, I feel for you, gang. Because that's a long time. 26 years. That's like, bro, oh my God. I can never wait that long. Until now, that is. The series is returning with Fatal Fury City of the Wolves in 2025. Ending a drought of 26 years without a new title. It will feature a return of characters from past games, most notably series star Terry Bogard and his protege Rock Howard. Other fan favorites like My Shiranui for you degenerates. Don't think I don't know. I see you. I know y'all niggas got excited when y'all saw her in fucking Street Fighter 6. I know y'all got excited and I know why. I see you. Anyways. Other than fan favorites like My Shiranui and Billy Kane, who also got included and get updated designs. Yeah, look, this is what y'all waiting on, huh? This is what y'all waiting on, huh? Degenerates. City of Wolves will act as a continuation of the previous game in the series, Garu Mark of the Wolves. The top system is now called SPG system, makes a return, allows you to pick a section of your health bar, either start, middle, or end. And when your health is in that range, your SPG will activate. When SPG is active, you'll regenerate health, have boosted attack power. Your power gauge will fill faster and your rev meter will fill slower, and you can perform rev blows. That sounds nuts. That sounds like in Street Fighter, have you got the option to pick a portion of your health bar and you automatically get your EX gauge filled way faster. That sounds kind of crazy. Plus the health regen is kind of insane. I don't know how that's gonna work. Those last 2 points are part of an important new mechanic in City of Wolves called the Rev system. Rev blows bend together offense and defense, allowing you to strike hard while also striking off enemy attacks. So you about to Sonic Sway? In Fatal Fury? That's crazy. It took this shit right out of Spark Zero, didn't it? You can combo these into Rev Arts, which can be used after a special move to perform a stronger version of said move. And Rev Guard is a unique type of block that creates more space between you and your opponent than a regular block, and also eliminates chip damage from What? No chip damage from special attacks? How are they gonna balance this? I mean, I guess since everyone has it, it's automatically balanced, but This is still kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is kind of crazy. All these actions build up the rev meter in the bottom left corner of the screen. Once the meter is full, you become overheated. While in this state, you won't be able to use rev actions anymore, and your guard gauge will decrease whenever you block attacks. Okay, this is how they balance it in. Okay. If the gauge runs out, your guard will be crushed. You'll take longer to recover from being hit. Okay, yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. Your rev meter slowly reduces as time passes, as well as when you walk or dash toward your enemy, land an attack, or successfully use just defense or hyper defense. Format happens when you block at exactly right. So perfect block. Okay. I mean, that's kind of cool as like a little strategic part of their fighting system. That's kind of dope. Base price will be $60, of course. Includes season 1 pass and 5 DLC characters. You already know who 2 of those characters will be. Ken and Chun-Li from Street Fighter. It's kind of hard. I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of hard. This marks a continuation of the collaboration between 2 franchises after Terry and Mai were featured in Street Fighter 6. All right, man. Hey, niggas. Hey, Fatal Fury niggas. The old heads. Hey, y'all go cop new Fatal Fury, man. April 21st, 2025. Y'all go cop, bro. Save yourself from that drought. Anyway, next up. This is a rumor, so take this with a grain of salt. Move this. Get this out of here. So Riot's 250 million Arcane TV series was a Netflix hit, but a financial miss. I don't know if this is true or not. It's from Bloomberg. But it's also in the Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit, and it's established as a rumor. So I don't know if it's true or not. You can take it with a grain of salt. But, you know, Arcane drew in a big audience but didn't bring in enough gaming revenue. When Riot Games first decided to make a TV show inspired by the hit game League of Legends, the video game publisher took the unusual step of developing and financing the project on its own. While most of its peers licensed titles to Hollywood studios that have experience making TV, Riot wanted to maintain full control, which is good on them, and that's probably why that's probably why the show did so well, because they didn't hand it over to somebody and just be like, oh, okay, here's IP, do what the fuck you want with it. Oh, the misery. So yeah, that's probably why people liked it so much. I didn't fucking watch it. I'm a fraud. I didn't watch it. I don't like League of Legends. I will never like League of Legends. So don't take my opinion. This is not opinionated. I'm just reading the damn article. The company envisioned the show with streams on Netflix as a gift to fans, one that will also drive more people to play League. Now 15 years old, that game remains one of the most popular titles on the planet, but its player base is slowly shrinking. Interesting. I didn't even know that. I believe the show will be the first of many produced by its entertainment division, which will transform the Los Angeles-based company into the next Walt Disney Co. That's kind of a stretch. Holy shit. That's a super stretch. Holy shit. Into the next Walt Disney. Get the fuck out of here. That's article hyperbole. Get that out of here. But Arcane went way over budget. Riot invested unprecedented sums and years developing the project. In addition to production costs, the company put tens of millions of dollars more into marketing the show, as well as on a campaign for awards. All told, Riot spent about $250 million on 2 seasons of the series. League of Legends executive producer Paul Beliza said in an interview with Bloomberg, "That's a lot of fucking money. Oh my God, that's a lot of money, dude." And you can tell that they spent a lot of money, because if you go back and look at those music videos that they made and all the popular ass artists that they got for that soundtrack, bro, I'm gonna pull up Spotify real quick. If we just go to Arcane, right? This is from, so they have an album for every act. Oh, okay. So some of it is the score, some of it is like a soundtrack type of thing. Yeah. So the soundtracks alone have like a lot of fucking popular artists that I know that they had to pay like a good amount of money to. Jasmine Sullivan, Imagine Dragons, Jid, Pusha T, Denzel Curry. I don't know the rest of these people, but regardless. And then you go to season 2. The game and show us are vastly different. Oh, I know. That's why I don't want to watch it. I mean, you can call it hate, call it whatever you want. I just don't like the game. I hate the game. So why do I watch the show? It only makes sense, right? Which leaves a lot of new fans uninterested in the game. I wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't say it makes them uninterested. I would say that, okay, here's the soundtrack. I wouldn't say it makes them uninterested. I would say that the success of the show does not translate into people spending money on the game. I think that's what they thought was going to happen. That's what I'm thinking that they thought was going to happen. They said, okay, this show will be perfect promotion for League, even though League is one of the most popular games ever and still is one of the most popular games ever. This will get more people wanting to play the game. And if they play the game, they'll go in there and spend money on Jinx skins. Problem solved. That's not how it works. Yeah, here's the season 2 soundtrack. Mike Shinoda, fucking Stefan Dunn. That's not a big name, but regardless. Who else? See, you see a lot of these are getting like self-produced and 21 Pilots, Stray Kids, Imagine Dragons and Jid again. Like, Arcane was my first exposure to League, and you sat me and you sat the actual game in front of me, I would be disappointed too. I would too, because it's nothing like that. I mean, yes, League has lore. I would say League has some interesting lore, but you really have to dig for it in the game. You're not playing the game for the lore. But regardless, you see how much money they spent on that soundtrack alone. I know they had to pay like hella money to get them artists on that shit. Netflix paid Riot about $3 million an episode to air the show with Tencent Holdings, the Chinese technology giant that owns Riot. I mean, Tencent got mad money, so it's not like they really losing shit. But Riot itself, I don't think they just got money to blow like that. I mean, they probably do. They probably do, because they got League and they got fucking Valorant. So they probably do have money to blow like that. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure they thought this was going to turn a profit. Even the character designs in the show versus the game are crazy, and the overall vibe is different. It is. I'm telling you, the game is not like that. The game is toxic as fuck. It's a place you don't want to be. It doesn't make you feel invited. It's not good. Let's just let the show be standalone and get partnerships and brand deals with it for profit. It's too late now. This season 2 was the last season. They're not making it no more. They should have thought about that beforehand. Paying an additional $3 million for the rights to air in China. Those payments amounted to less than half the total cost. Because my thing is, why would you sell it to Netflix if you knew where you're gonna get $3 million? Well, $3 million an episode. It was like what, 12 episodes, something like that. Let me see, Arcane. How many episodes is that shit? Like I said, I haven't seen the fucking show, so I don't know. Episode guide. So 9 episodes. So let's do some calculations. Do some calculations. So they got paid $3 million an episode, 9 episodes. They only made 27 million. They made 27 million twice. So in total, they only made 54 mil. 54 mil, and they spent 250 mil to make it. Oh my God, that's horrible. That's horrible. So many people want a continuation. From what I hear, is pretty good. I've heard that too. I still have no interest in watching it, but like, I feel like, why would they stop at season 2? I mean, but here they're telling us why they're stopping at season 2, basically. 4 people with knowledge of Arcane's production said the company didn't have a robust plan to recoup the cost of the show before it launched. A spokesman for the company said that while the show itself wasn't profitable, it added to the business in other ways. The company had one of its highest grossing revenue periods in the past month. Arcane was a success when we look across all our internal measures, spokesperson said, adding that the second season is on track to be at least break even for us financially. That doesn't even make any sense. Definitely should have planned better. 100%. This doesn't make any sense. Arcane was successful when we look at Arcane was a success when we look across all our internal measures, adding that the second season is on track to be at least break even for us financially. So how the fuck are you breaking even? What part of this is breaking even? You spent 250 million to make 2 seasons of the show. You only made 54 million. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to add the additional 3 million. So 54 plus 3. You only made 57 mil. How is this profitable? You're not breaking even with this. Riot fired 11% of its staff at the start of the year, saying it wanted to put games back at the center of business. The company scaled back its Hollywood ambitions in recent months, ending Arcane and pausing development on other adaptations. Riot reorganized its entertainment division, and President Shauna Spinley left, as did Ken Vason, the author of the book about how to make TV shows, who served as head of operations for the film and TV unit. This tells me right here that it's not profitable. They're lying. They're lying. They're straight lying, bro. Hey, he said the second season is on track to be at least break even. Buddy. Y'all said y'all want to put games back at the center of your business. It wasn't successful, bro. It was successful culturally. Was it successful financially? No. Me when I lie. Like what? I'm reading it right here. You're lying. If they had seen an absolutely ginormous increase in revenue and profit, they would have done more. Exactly. Because if you're printing money, why would you stop printing money? It doesn't add up. If you're printing money, why would you stop printing money? If I know that whenever I drop a season of this show, it's a banger and people go out and they buy all types of merch and shit, they buy figures, they get in the game and buy skins, and this show results in all types of revenue in every avenue that we have, Why would I stop at 2 seasons? Buddy, I'm making 10 seasons. I'm doing this shit until it get old because I'm printing money. It would not make any sense for me to stop at all. He's lying. If they had seen an absolute ginormous increase in revenue and profit, they would have done more, said Simon Pullman, who co-chairs the media entertainment group at the law firm Pryor Cashman LLP. It's as simple as that. There's no better way to put it, bro. There is no better way to put it. Video game publishers have turned their biggest hits into films for decades. The early results were poor. Nintendo Co. had such a negative experience with the 1993 Super Mario Brothers that it took the Japanese company 3 decades to allow another to be released. For us, what's most important is fostering long-term player engagement and retention, according to a Riot spokesperson. Riot's focus has always been on creating games and experiences that players want to enjoy for years, and Arcane is part of that larger vision. Hey, what happened to the fucking League fighting game? Is that on pause now? Where is that at? 2KO. Where is that at? Oh, it's coming out next year. Okay. I was about to say you that can make you some fucking money. They could release with Arcane skins, problem solved. They literally could have they could have released that shit with the second season of the show, put skins in. Bro, it's too easy. They just don't think. It won Emmys, bro. It won an Emmy. The first season of the show was a critical success, earning 4 prizes at the 2022 Emmy Awards. And yet they still couldn't make it turn a profit. Jesus Christ. All right, I'm done with this article. Hey, shout out Arcane, shout out Riot, bro. Get better, bro. Just get better, bro. Anyways, next up. More Indiana Jones games are in the works. This is a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. This is a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. So, I haven't played the Indiana Jones game. I haven't seen an Indiana Jones movie. I kind of want to play the game, but you know, whatever. Prominent leakers suggest follow-ups to the recently released Indiana Jones and the Great Circle have been greenlit. I wouldn't be surprised because it has rave reviews. Guys, I think it's a rumor. I don't know. It might be, might not. Xbox has entered the year strong with the launch of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and amidst the widespread acclaim for the Machines game developed first-person action adventure title, it seems like there might be more indie on the horizon. That's per prominent leaker Daniel Reichman and Windows Central journalist Jez Corden. Hey, Jez Corden. Shout out Jez Corden. With the former taking to Twitter and writing, looks like we're getting more indie games. And the latter responding with a GIF saying it's true. It's GIF. Whether that means Microsoft, Bethesda, and Machine Games are moving forward with sequels to Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, or if it's other Indiana Jones projects that have entered production at the same studio some other studios, unclear. But in either case, Lucasfilm Games clearly wants to keep investing in the IP, at least in the video gaming space. Earlier this month, Lucasfilm Films Vice President General Manager Douglas Riley also spoke about the possibility of more games based on the IP. Read more on that there. And there's the tweets. Daniel Reichman. Looks like we're getting more indie games. And here's Jizz with his office gif. I'm not gonna comment on that. So yeah, if you like that Indiana Jones game, shout out to you. Probably getting some more Indiana Jones games. Next, Assassin's Creed Shadows receives new details on Naoe's backstory and mission. I can't wait for this motherfucking game. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't wait for this game. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, I'm gonna be releasing. Side note, I'm gonna be releasing, but it's on topic. I'm gonna be releasing my anticipated games of 2025, anticipated RPGs, and anticipated open world games video. So look out for that. This is gonna be on it. The Assassin's Creed movie was so buns. I've never seen that fucking movie. We're gonna pretend like it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. What Assassin's Creed movie? Anyway, from not knowing about her absent mother and seeking vengeance to discovering a world in need, Naoe goes on quite the journey. Assassin's Creed Shadows fulfills a long requested fantasy from many fans, playing as an assassin in Japan. Stars Naoe, the daughter of Fumiyashi Nagato, and Yasuke, a vessel for Oda Nobunaga in the late Sengoku period. Woke. It's woke. It's a woke game. It's gonna fail. It's woke. It's woke. It's woke. Their paths cross when the Daimyo invades the Iga province, leading to the destruction of Naoe's home. Naturally, she seeks vengeance. However, after meeting Yasuke, they begin a crusade to punish the guilty. They're kind of fucking spoiling the game. I'm not gonna lie to you. As creative director Jonathan Dumont, revealed to Entertainment Week. My bad, Jonathan. Revealed to Entertainment Weekly, there's a bit more nuance. For instance, her mother has been absent and Naoe knows little about her. Naoe was shielded by her father from what's happening in the world when it comes crashing down. She's pushed into war. She doesn't know much about her origins. Her father's been training her, but she doesn't know much about her mother who's been gone. But as a cool proverb from Japan says, a frog in a well knows nothing of the sea. Oh! Anyway. Damn, that shit probably gonna get copyrighted. Anyway. She is pushed into war. She doesn't know much about her origins. We read that. She's tossed into the real world, and through that, she will learn that she is not just a shinobi, that there's a little bit of lineage, or at least some mystery about some sort of different type of shinobi. They're assassins, so she's somewhat linked to that. All right, spoil the game. Shout out to you. So while revenge is the catalyst, Naoe eventually discovers a world in need and begins to really value the community values her father taught. Can she make a better world? She realizes there are people who cannot defend themselves, which is tied a little bit more to the models of the Assassin Brotherhood. Dumont did confirm that each of Naoe's tools connects to her history and training. Hidden Blade is given by her father. Duh. And we're going to learn a little bit more about what that means. He also describes her as a panther looking at her prey. Where the Templars, the longtime rivals of the Brotherhood, tie into all this remains to be seen. Then there's Yasuke, whose ultimate fate after the Honoji incident, hopefully I said that right, in 1582 may be explored further. Assassin's Creed Shadows comes out on Valentine's Day. So yeah, hey, shout out to Naoe. Ubisoft, this your last chance, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. This your last chance. It looked like they putting some real polish on this motherfucking game because they know this their last chance is make or break. Is make or break. So Ubisoft might get sold, bro. I ain't gonna lie. All right, we got a couple more. I ain't gonna read all these. I ain't gonna read every single one. Might just run through some of them. Another game that they claim is woke. The Witcher 4. A female protagonist. This game is woke. They're gonna shove it down our throats. Anyways, The Witcher 4's Ciri is faster, more agile than Geralt. Producer addresses power scaling. This is one of the first questions we found the answer to, and it's how we could create this original story starting with The Witcher 4. CD Projekt Red's The Witcher 4 has spurred much conversation following its reveal at the Game Awards, outside of confirming Ciri as the new protagonist and promising new regions and monsters. The development team hasn't delved too much into the story. However, executive producer, I'm not even gonna try to say that, gang. My bad, bro. Mr. M, and we finna call him that. Mr. M has addressed concerns about her overwhelming, okay. About her overwhelming power at the end of Witcher 3. Wow, and I thought I misgendered. Speaking of Games Radar, Mr. M confirms that something totally happened in between the two games, addressing the gap between her being totally overpowered at the end of the previous game and now with the skill set she showed off in the trailer. We had to delve deep to consider how we would address this. We have huge respect for the lore, both the books and what made it into our previous games. But this is one of the first questions we found the answer to, is how we were able to create this original story, which starts with The Witcher 4. How will she play compared to Geralt? She's faster, more agile, but you can still tell that she was raised by Geralt, right? Mr. M also confirmed that the spell wielded in the trailer is called Bolt. Based on what we've seen Geralt pull off with the signs, it seems Ciri is more proficient in magic. Of course, it's up to the player how they want her to develop. Game director Sebastian Kalimba previously told IGN provided more tools for players' disposal to be able to not only play and go with the consequences narratively, but also gameplay wise. Perhaps those who want to specialize in more magic can do so, while others focus on Ciri's martial skills. Time will tell. I mean, I hope they do it that way. I didn't play much of Witcher 3. It was a dope game for sure. I didn't play much of it. One of these days I will go back and play it, probably on stream, but maybe not. I don't know, time will tell. Like the end of this article. But yeah, I hope they do that to give it a little bit of variance with the Witcher 3. Because you can just have like a straight up, I would like to see builds for The Witcher 4. Not like Destiny and fucking Warframe type of builds, but just like, oh, I played The Witcher 4 with just melee type shit. And yeah, I think that would be dope. I mean, she's probably smaller, so it makes sense for her to be able to move quicker. Yeah, in that trailer, she was pretty fucking fast and running for her goddamn life. Anyways, next, Stellar Blade crosses over with a huge, I don't know why they said X-rated anime RPG. Why the fuck did they call it that? Because that's not what it is. That's not what it is. Huge anime RPG's latest crossover welcomes Stellar Blade aboard. Goddess of Victory Nikke, which is a third-person RPG shooter. It's a mobile game. It's a gacha game. Has a fresh collab with Stellar Blade incoming alongside a huge game update. This, if you know what the Goddess of Victory Nikke gameplay is, and you know what Stellar Blade is known for, this makes a whole lot of sense. Both created by Shift Up. I didn't know that. They're both sci-fi, both anime inspired, and variously take inspiration from classic RPG mechanics. They're also both thirsty. Having passed more than 45 million downloads since its release in 2022, Nikke is about to get a substantial update, as well as two fresh crossovers, one with Stellar Blade and one with Neon Genesis Evangelion. I did peep that. I tried to play that Nikke game. I didn't play it much. I can see it being entertaining. I don't have a lot of room for gacha games anymore. I already have Dokkan. I've spent like hundreds of dollars in that shit. I don't want to do that for any other game, to be honest. So yeah. Expect new maps, new quests, and even new Nikkes as an Android gacha that previously teamed up with Nier Automata. Outlines major plans for the future in a post-apocalyptic future. Blah blah blah. That's just giving a summary. Get this out of here, bro. It's gonna have a New Year's event. Why is it not talking about Stellar Blade though? Okay, I mean, it's just gonna have a collab with Stellar Blade. Great, cool. And it doesn't even detail like what it's gonna be. Like, is it a new costume? Like, whatever. I'm gonna run this ad real quick, and then we're gonna get to the last couple of articles. So let me run this ad real quick. Let's go on to the next one. Palworld closes out tumultuous 2024 with a huge Feybreak update. Will this bring me back to playing this game? I don't know. Probably not. But let's see what they got, bro. Palworld has closed out what has been a remarkably eventful year with this huge Feybreak update. This game really fell off. I'm not gonna lie. Shit fell off so bad. And I knew it was gonna fall off because it wasn't, the gameplay wasn't as in-depth as people were making it out to be, really, to be honest. But, you know, maybe this will save it. I don't know. The update, which brings Palworld up to version 0.411, adds new areas, new pals, new buildings, a hardcore mode, expeditions, research, and a lot more. That's a lot of shit, I'm not gonna lie. Feybreak arrives as developer Pocket Pair works to defend itself in a high-profile lawsuit against the Nintendo and the Pokemon Company. They're just talking about the lawsuit, which, I mean, is pretty compelling. I mean, you'd have to be really dumb to not acknowledge the similarities, bro. Like, come on. Okay, this one not so much, but this, like, come on. I just it's just like real obvious shit. Whatever, bro. Last month, Pocket Pair confirmed that the 3 Japan-based patents. Oh my fucking god, more ads. Okay. Move. Last month, Pocket Pair confirmed the 3 Japan-based patents, which revolve around catching Pokemon in a virtual field, is being sued over. Bro, okay. I know about the lawsuit, bro. I think everyone does at this point. Oh, here we go. Okay. So here's the Feybreak update patch notes. I'm not reading all this shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. So guess what we're gonna do? Guess what we're gonna do, bro? All right. So there's here's the new content. There's a new island and features. Feybreak is a new island with glowing sand, new pals, and the Feybreak Warriors faction has new resources, chromite and hexalite quartz. There's expeditions. You can send pals on missions for supplies, which we've seen in the Pokemon series, so that doesn't really help their case. Research. You can unlock permanent passes and rewards at the Pal Labor Research Laboratory. Okay, sounds cool. Here's the gameplay additions. Predator Pals. Difficult to beat, but offer rare resources. Okay. Bounty NPCs. Capture criminals for rewards. Okay. So now you have a real reason to capture human beings. Okay. New strongholds. Platform oil rig and barge oil rig. Player level cap increased to 60. I don't know what the level cap was previously. But cool. New raid, Xenolord, a mechanical dragon. How does that look? Oh, that looks cool. Huh. That looks familiar though. Tell me this shit doesn't look like fuck. They're not serious, bro. They're not serious. The fact that they're still doing this is crazy. Tell me. Tell me. Bro, tell me that that's not a mix of Flygon and Mega Charizard X. All right, brother. You're doing this shit in the midst of a fucking lawsuit. Whatever, bro. I'm gonna let them rock, bro. It's an original design. New modes and mechanics. Hardcore mode. Permanent death for players in PAL. Oh, that's crazy. A random PAL mode. Randomized PAL spawns. Okay. Sphere modules. Modify sphere trajectories for better capture rates. Okay. Area discovery bonus. Earn XP for discovering new locations. Equipment and items. New weapons. Meowmere. First bullet firing melee weapon from a Terraria collab. So they're doing a collaboration with Terraria. If you guys play Terraria. I don't play Terraria. I've played it before. Haven't made a lot of progress. So if you guys are Terraria fans, maybe play some Palworld. I mean, they got the Meowmere. Various new weapons including SMGs, rifles, bows, and grenades. New items like metal detector, pouches, and double jump boots. New buildings, large scale electric egg incubator, guild chest, item retrieval machine. Okay. Flea market, skill fruit orchard, gold coin assembly line. PAL and player updates, PAL improvements, Christmas and limited time skins. Yeah, new unique skills for multiple PALs, new tier of rainbow passive skills, work sustainability enhancement books, work suitability enhancement books. Okay. Sitting on chairs is now possible. Sitting on chairs is now possible. Climbing speed is increased. Sphere critical hits implemented for better capture rates. UI and quality of life fixes. Filter function added to technology screen. Improved PAL box sorting in UI. Good. That needed to be in there. Font size customization and options. Cool. Various UI improvements for mouse, keyboard, and controller. Balanced bug fixes. Adjustment to technology unlock levels, item prices, and work suitability. Improve base PAL behavior and enemy pathing. Numerous bug fixes and improvements. So there is your summary of the Palworld Feybreak update. If you like Palworld, maybe go play some Palworld. Next, this is probably the biggest story that I have on here. And it's kind of insane. So EA rejected recent Dead Space 4 pitch. Original creators say, is Dead Space dead again? Is Dead Space dead again? Let's see. Original creators of the much loved sci-fi horror video game Dead Space say they pitched EA on Dead Space 4 this year, only for the publisher to say it wasn't interested. Now, I feel like this doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for EA to say no. And I'm gonna read through the rest of this so I need to know the reason that they said no. In an interview with Dan Allen Gaming, Glenn Schofield, Christopher Stone, and Brett Robbins, the three leading creatives at the now shuttered original Dead Space developer EA Redwood Shores, Visceral Games, revealed that they all joined together to pitch EA on Dead Space 4. We tried, actually, the three of us, Schofield revealed. Dead Space 4, we're talking this year. Unfortunately for Dead Space fans, EA said it wasn't interested, with Schofield suggesting projections for how many copies Dead Space 4 would have to sell to make the venture worthwhile were perhaps a key factor in the decision. We didn't go too deep, Schofield explained. They just said, we're not interested right now. We appreciate it, blah, blah, blah. You know, we know who to talk to. So we didn't take it any further, and we respected their opinion. They know their numbers and they know what they have to ship and all that. So yeah. Stone added that the video game industry's high profile struggles and its subsequent risk aversion has made projects such as Dead Space 4 a particularly hard sell. The industry is in a weird place right now, Stone said. People are really hesitant to take chances on things, so you got to take it with a grain of salt. Who knows, maybe one day. I think we'd all love to do it. Yeah, Schofield continued. We got some ideas. I'd make a Dead Space 4, Stone declared. Alas, it sounds like Dead Space 4 is unlikely prospect, with EA focusing on its enormously successful games, sports games, The Sims, and the revival of Battlefield, and Respawn's ongoing projects, including the Star Wars Jedi games. BioWare recently released Dragon Age Veilguard, and it is working on Mass Effect 5. Okay. The reason why I say this doesn't make any fucking sense. Let's venture back, right? So in 2023, last year, EA dropped Dead Space Remake. At the top of the year last year, they dropped the Dead Space Remake. Let's see how much that sold. Okay, so they said it underperformed. EA reportedly viewed the remake as underperforming, moving in only an estimated 2 million units when it wanted 5 million. Later it was reported that EA had canceled work on a Dead Space 2 remake based on this underperformance. Okay. I mean, so it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, they gotta understand people. What else came out in top of the year? January game releases 2023. What else came out? Fucking Shitty Booty Forspoken came out. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Fire Emblem Engage. It don't look like it was too busy in it don't look like it was that busy in January. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's no like highly anticipated game in this list that I'm looking at. I mean, Monster Hunter Rise maybe, but like when did Harry Potter come out? What day did that come out? When did Hogwarts Legacy come out? February 10th. And when did Dead Space come out? January 27th. Okay, so it got stepped on a little bit. It did have a little bit of wiggle room because Hogwarts Legacy didn't come out until like 2 weeks later. But I don't know. I feel like they might be warranted on this one. Financially, they might be warranted on this one. Just because it only sold 2 million, I guess. I feel like that's not right though. Really though? I guess. But at the same time, you could still take that gamble. Y'all have plenty of stuff that's gonna print you money. Dragon Age Veilguard is already doing good. Mass Effect 5 is gonna go crazy probably. The Sims is going stupid. Battlefield is probably gonna go crazy when it comes back. The Jedi Star Wars games are fucking gold. Like, I don't think there's much risk in this though. And it could be a sleeper. But you know, whatever. To each its own, bro. EA doesn't like fun. EA doesn't like fun. So yeah, that's probably the biggest article we got in this. Next is the Elder Scrolls Online is moving to seasonal content. Elder Scrolls Online is doing seasonal content instead of expansions. So ZeniMax Online has a lighter load and can launch content when it's ready. So that's basically the size. That's basically the gist of that. Let's see. ZeniMax is looking to do quest content in Elder Scrolls Online in different ways with this upcoming model. Some of the plans he outlined include using existing zones and areas to tell new stories or continue already existing ones, split large zones into multiple updates, provide the team with space to find new cadence that can mix new content and systems with addressing feedback, fixing issues, and adding new quests and activities to existing zones and stories. So basically they're just trying to utilize more of what they already have instead of adding a whole bunch of shit to the map. So that's kind of a good thing. We can ignore this Fallout 76 thing. I don't want to make this any more longer than it has to be. This is kind of dumb. This is a really dumb move. So Sega rules out a Saturn or Dreamcast mini console. Why they would do that? Who the fuck knows? Sega ruled out making any more mini consoles, dashing hopes of a Saturn or Dreamcast revival. I think a Dreamcast mini would go stupid. I think it would. Not like crazy, but I think it would go stupid. Just for the form factor alone. People love the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast is such a the Dreamcast has a really big cult following, bro. Like a really big cult following, bro. And I think they I think they don't understand like what kind of following the Dreamcast really has. You can do the Saturn for nostalgia, you know what I'm saying? For the old heads that like the Saturn, you know what I'm saying? If you grew up with the Saturn, shout out to you. But the Dreamcast, bro, that has a big cult following, bro. I think if they released a mini, that would go crazy. But hey, I guess not. I guess I don't know anything. Company behind Sonic the Hedgehog has released a number of nostalgia-fueled mini consoles based on the Sega Genesis, but has so far dropped short of continuing the trend of mini versions of 94 Saturn and 98's Dreamcast, the latter of which was Sega's final console. And the fact that it was its final console makes it go even crazier. I just don't understand why they wouldn't do that. Sega fans of the last few years have hoped the company would continue its mini range. In an interview with The Guardian, Sega's America and Europe CEO Shuji Itsumi said it was looking to the future rather than the past for new products. I mean, not to say that Sega doesn't have a future. They definitely have a future with movies and games for sure. But like, they should. Nostalgia is a very legitimate thing to invest in. Nostalgia is a very, very powerful thing. A very powerful thing. And people who are nostalgic will buy things that make them nostalgic. I promise you. But hey, I guess I'm just crazy. I'm not going for the mini direction, he said. It's not me. I want to embrace modern gamers. Then we are not a retro company. We really appreciate our legacy, we value it, but at the same time, we want to deliver something new. Otherwise, we'll become history. That's not what we're aiming for. I mean, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. While Sega has said no to many consoles, it has big plans to revive its older intellectual property with modern takes. Example, big new games in the Crazy Taxi, Jet Set Radio, Shinobi, Golden Axe, Streets of Rage, and Virtual Fighter franchises are all in the works. I didn't know about Crazy Taxi. I did not know about Crazy Taxi. They showed, obviously we got Bomb Rush Cyberpunk for Jet Set Radio. They showed Virtual Fighter, which is fire. I only played Virtual Fighter 4 and like barely at that, but like the nostalgia factor is just, the fact that they're getting a new game is crazy. And they showed that at the Game Awards. These games are being developed as Sega continues with this hugely successful Sonic, Persona, and Yakuza series, with Creative Assembly working on new Total War games and Alien Isolation 2. I did not know that. And Sports Interactive continue with this eternally popular football manager. Sega is considering launching its own subscription service for, don't do that. Don't do that. People are not paying for that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Listen, game companies, stop making subscription services for your games. We already have Game Pass. We already have PlayStation. We already have, bro, we don't need nothing else. I don't even know how Ubisoft Plus is surviving. I don't think anybody is purchasing Ubisoft Plus. I barely think anybody is purchasing EA Play. EA does not have that many games. They don't. They do not have that many games that is worth playing. They do not. I don't know how EA Play is surviving either. They might be surviving off of Madden fans, to be honest. Madden fans and niggas that love the Star Wars games. Fair. Ubisoft, I don't know how Ubisoft Plus is surviving. I don't know how many subscribers they have. It can't be that many. Do not make another subscription service, please. Nobody wants to pay for that shit. Anyways, I think I think that's all I want to cover. Yeah. Hey, leave a comment below. Let me know what y'all think of these articles that I read. What y'all think about Marvel Rivals getting the road queue? Are y'all excited for Witcher 4? Are y'all excited for Assassin's Creed Shadows? Are y'all excited for Fate of Fury? Are you an old head? Do you think that Riot is lying when they say Arcane was successful? I do. And are you sad that there's not going to be a Dead Space 4? Let me know in the comments. Shout out to y'all. Like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel for more videos. I'm out. Deuces.